If you're a man over 60, I need you to stop what you're doing and listen closely. That quiet, daily snack you think is healthy might be the fastest way to shut down your circulation, crush your energy, and kill your performance where it matters most. Now, this isn't about getting old. This is a plumbing problem. And over the next few minutes, I'm giving you a urologist's secret blueprint. We are going to expose 4 common health food mistakes that are destroying the critical blood flow your body needs. More importantly, I'm giving you 4 smart swaps, foods you must start eating today, that can naturally restore your vitality and protect your heart. You might be asking, why listen to a urologist about my heart? Here's why. Your performance is the canary in the coal mine for your cardiovascular health. Look, if you're over 60, the unfortunate reality is that nearly 93% of adults your age are managing at least one chronic condition. And heart disease is the #1 cause of death for American men. But here is the critical connection you need to understand. The arteries that supply your erectile tissue are significantly smaller than the major arteries supplying your heart. What does that mean? It means when inflammation, plaque, and high blood pressure start restricting blood flow, the very first place you'll notice it is in your sexual performance, not in your chest. Erectile dysfunction is often a key early indicator of systemic vascular damage, sometimes preceding a major cardiac event by several years. Think of it this way. If the plumbing to your engine is getting restricted, the plumbing to your heart is next. The foods we're about to discuss either relax those vessels and get the blood pumping, or they cause silent, chronic inflammation that clogs everything up. Let's start with the worst offenders. These 4 habits are aggressively working against your heart and your hormones. Destroyer number 1. Daily sugar spikes from certain fruit forms. You thought that cup of dried fruit or those fruit cups packed in syrup were a quick, healthy snack, right? Wrong. The problem isn't the natural fruit sugar itself. It's the intense concentration and the massive sugar spike that follows. When you consume these highly refined, concentrated sugars, you trigger chronic inflammation and metabolic stress. Inflammation is public enemy #1 because it directly attacks the delicate Leydig cells in your body responsible for producing testosterone. Low T is often just a symptom of a chronically inflamed body. You are essentially throwing gasoline on the fire that clogs your arteries and sabotages your performance goals. Destroyer number 2. Ultra-processed fruit and soy snack mixes. You see them everywhere. These convenient, packaged snacks are a metabolic minefield. They combine processed sugars with a long list of additives and often soy protein isolates. Now, while the direct hormonal impact of soy is often debated, when you pair it with ultra-processed ingredients, the cumulative effect is a heavy metabolic load that ramps up inflammation. Your body has to work overtime just to manage these chemical cocktails. The goal for your health should always be clean building blocks, not something cooked up in a lab. Destroyer number 3. Thin-skinned grapes as an unwashed daily staple. This one is subtle, but critical. Eating large amounts of certain thin-skinned fruits like grapes every single day without proper washing or rotation can be a mistake. Why? Because they can carry a higher load of pesticide or agricultural residues that are known endocrine disruptors. These chemicals, even in small amounts, can interfere with your body's natural hormone regulation. For a man over 60 trying to protect his remaining testosterone levels, this constant low-level chemical exposure is like giving your body confusing hormonal signals. If you love them, that's fine. Just make sure you wash them meticulously, choose organic when possible, and rotate your fruit choices. And finally, destroyer number 4, the daily nightcap habit, or excessive alcohol. While it's not a fruit, this is one of the most common vitality killers, often consumed right alongside your food. Let's look at the data. Over 30% of adult men report having 5 or more drinks in a single day at least once a year. Excessive alcohol consumption raises your blood pressure, which is already the most common heart condition for men over 75. High blood pressure damages the delicate lining of your arteries, the endothelium, and damaged arteries cannot relax to allow proper blood flow for performance. That single nightly glass might seem harmless, but chronic, excess intake will absolutely damage your systemic health and tank your testosterone levels. Okay, that's the bad news. I promise the good news is much better. Let's talk about the 4 simple, science-backed swaps that actively fight cardiovascular risk and will maximize your vitality. The secret molecule here is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide, or NO, is what tells your blood vessels to relax, open up, and flood your system with life-giving blood. These foods are natural no boosters. Booster number 1. Watermelon, the natural no pump. If you want natural, non-pharmacological support for blood flow, start with watermelon. This incredible fruit is rich in an amino acid called L-citrulline. Your body is incredibly efficient at converting L-citrulline into L-arginine, which is the direct precursor to nitric oxide. When you consume watermelon consistently, you are providing your body with the raw materials it needs for vasodilation, the vessel-relaxing effect. This is the same underlying mechanism used by popular prescription ED treatments, but you're supporting it naturally, from the ground up. Research even shows that men who consistently eat fruits like watermelon see a 14% reduction in the incidence of erectile dysfunction. Booster number 2. Pomegranate, the ancient circulation enhancer. Pomegranate is an antioxidant powerhouse. It is loaded with polyphenols and anti-inflammatory compounds that specifically protect that delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. Think of your endothelium as the engine that creates nitric oxide. When it's damaged by high blood sugar or inflammation, no production plummets. Pomegranate actively combats that damage, boosting blood flow, and may even improve your mood and support healthy testosterone levels. It's powerful, it's cardioprotective, and it's a necessary addition to your diet. Booster number 3. Avocado, the healthy fat hormone builder. Here's a simple biological fact. Testosterone is made from cholesterol. Your body needs healthy, monounsaturated fats, the kind found in avocados, to create the essential building blocks for your hormones. For men over 60 trying to maintain strength and vitality, this is non-negotiable. But the benefit doesn't stop there. Avocado consumption is scientifically linked to improving key cardiovascular markers. It helps reduce triglycerides, LDL, and VLDL, all the markers for bad cholesterol. By keeping your heart and vessels clean, you ensure that the blood flow needed for optimal performance is always available when you need it. And finally, booster number 4. Mixed berries, the low-sugar antioxidant defense. While destroyer number 1 was all about high-sugar fruits, berries, specifically mixed varieties like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, are the smart sugar choice. They are low on the glycemic scale, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar. Instead, they deliver a massive dose of flavonoids and antioxidants. These compounds fight the systemic inflammation that drives aging and chronic disease. They protect the very cells that produce testosterone and keep your metabolism stable. Here, as a pro tip, always pair your berries with a protein or a healthy fat for metabolic stability. Think berries on Greek yogurt or blended in a smoothie with avocado. This isn't just theory. Here is your actionable blueprint, starting tonight. Your simple win for tonight is this: swap out the destroyer food you usually crave for one of the boosters. Have a handful of mixed berries with a small portion of protein, like nuts or seeds. This will ensure stable blood sugar and maximize the antioxidant effect while you sleep. Now, diet is key, but it's only one part of the equation. As a urologist, I see men struggle because they lack the other core building blocks. First, strength and functionality. If you are over 60, regular exercise, especially strength training, is essential. It builds muscle mass, strengthens your bones, and fundamentally supports your entire cardiovascular system. Focus on exercises that improve your real-world functionality and balance. Second, essential micronutrients. Many men over 60 are deficient in key nutrients that support vitality. Make sure you are checking your levels for zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, and B12. Zinc and magnesium are critical for hormone synthesis, and vitamin D deficiency is a widespread issue that crushes energy and performance. Your health as an older man is not a passive process, it's a daily decision. The foods you eat and the habits you keep are either causing chronic inflammation and silently damaging your vessels, or they are actively pushing nitric oxide through your system, fueling your vitality and protecting your heart. Don't wait for a diagnosis to make a change. Taking control of your diet and seeking preventive care is the strongest thing you can do for your longevity. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of the 4 destroyer foods are you committing to eliminate, starting today? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found this blueprint helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more science-backed longevity secrets. Thanks for watching.